everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I got more of an educational video for you than a how-to video. So today I'm going to explain and demonstrate the difference between a drill driver, an impact driver, and a hammer drill. They both have their own purposes on what they're designed for. You can kind of use some for other purposes, but they're kind of designed for specific purposes. And today I'm going to show you and demonstrate the difference in them, how they perform differently, what the settings are, and also actually put screws into a board using each one of them to show you how they actually perform differently. I'm going to explain what they're for, what they're designed for, and help you get a better understanding if you're not sure the difference in the three drills. So, as always, don't forget to subscribe, smash that like button, and also I'm going to leave a link in the description box below each one of these, so you can use the link, go straight to the product and buy it, whichever one you need for your application, for what you need at your house or your shop or your workplace. And yeah, if you use that link, it helps support the channel, so I appreciate it. Let's get to it. So first, we're gonna go with the regular, which is also the cheapest in most places, the regular drill driver. Now, it's very basic and it has just a few settings on it. So it has the clutch on it, which right here is the 1, 2, 3, so on, and that's when it's going to stop when you're actually drilling into a board. If you want to not strip out the screw, you can adjust this clutch down to only put out so much torque. Well, if you switch it all the way up to drill mode, that gives out the maximum amount of force and torque that this can do. Now, at the top here, you have 1 and 2. 1 will be a lower speed, but a higher torque. Well, 2 will be a higher speed, but lower torque. So you can see it spins a little faster. And then you have your reverse button right here. So forward or reverse. And you can see it has a little arrow on whether, if it's pushed this way, it's reverse. And if it's going this way, it's forward. And then at the bottom, you have where your battery goes. So this is a regular drill driver. And what this is for drilling holes, anything that you need that just needs a rotation to it, and just a very basic, so small screws, small anchors, drilling holes, stuff like that. It's a lightweight drill. It's not made to do heavy duty stuff. I'll admit I have used this for heavier duty stuff, but it wears them out quicker and there's no need to do that. So that is what a regular drill driver is for. Next up, you got the impact driver. Now some of them do have settings, but this one does not. This one is basically all or nothing, but on all three of these, the trigger is sensitive. So the more you squeeze it, the faster it spins. But this doesn't have any kind of setting on the top. It has a quick check here. So if you have a piece like that, it clicks in there and it doesn't pull out. Well, what this is for putting in bigger screws, heavier duty screws, or into like maybe concrete or a hardwood or a really long screw, stuff like that. Because what this does is puts extra force in rotation. So it exerts an extra rotating force on the shaft. So as you're going, it twists it. It forces it to twist it. And that's why it's better for putting in heavy duty fasteners, bigger bolts, stuff like that. Well, then you got the hammer drill. Very similar to the drill driver, same settings, 1 and 2, has a clutch, same reverse, forward, all that. The kicker is it has one more notch up here on the clutch, which is hammer drill. And the difference between these two is the drill driver exerts extra force in rotation, while the hammer drill exerts extra force straight down the shaft. So hammer drill is for masonry bits, to drill through concrete, and I've actually done a video demonstrating one of these. I will leave a link of that video in the description box below so you can go check it out. So what this does is you put a masonry bit in there and you use it to drill through concrete. So as it's spinning, it's also hammering down the shaft and actually digs down through the concrete. Or brick, or that hard material. That is what a hammer drill is for. But the best bang for your buck is to buy one of these, because it's basically 2 drills in one. It's everything that the drill driver has, but it has that one more notch for hammer drill. So if you're going to buy one, these, I think at Lowe's right now, the regular drill driver is like $58, $60, something like that. And I think this is $99. So just for, $40 more, I think it's worth it to buy this, because you'll have everything that has plus this. But now, with that being said, if you're never going to drill into concrete or don't plan on it, you don't need to spend the extra money. But this is a common kit. It's very common to see these two in one box to come together. So you could drill your hole, a pilot hole or a regular hole, whatever, and then you could put your fastener in with this. So that is the main difference in these three. And that is what they're used for. That's what their purposes are for. So now, with that being said, I'm going to try to grab a block, and hopefully I have a long screw or something. I'm going to demonstrate the difference in all three of these, just putting in a screw into a piece of wood. All right, so I found these. They're 5-inch long, 5/16 lag bolts, or these are actually for deck fastening screws. But this is a heavy duty one. It's a good one to demonstrate the difference in these three. So I have a 5/16 nut driver chucked up into here. This is a regular drill driver. I'm going to put it on 2, put it on drill mode to give it the maximum amount of force. And we're going to try to drill it all the way into here and just see how it does. So, not bad, does pretty good. So, there's that one. Now, we're gonna put it in an impact. So, we'll chuck that up in there and see how the impact does. So it was slower, but it does the extra force and twists it. As you can see, that one came to a dead stop when it got to the end. I could keep going more with this and it would probably just strip it out because of that extra force. See, it just kept digging in, while this one will not do that. So if you have a really hard wood, really something dense, this will be better. It may be a little slower, but it's putting it in there when that one may struggle to do it. So now, let's try the hammer drill. And we'll even put it on hammer mode. And I've actually never done this experiment, so I'm curious what it will do. So it even bogged down the hammer drill, mainly because it's not made for that. So if I keep going, it's got nothing now. If, like I said, these are stopped, but if I put it in 1, I'll have higher torque. See what that does. See, it kept twisting it, kept going in more. So that's what the 1 does, kicks out that higher torque. So now, let's readjust my clamp here and grab a new board. All right, so I got 2 screws side by side, about even on height. And I'm gonna compare the impact driver versus the hammer drill and just see which one's faster and does better. I believe the hammer drill will be faster just because it spins faster than this one does. But I want to just demonstrate the difference in the two. So, 1, 2, 3. So, as you can see, this one, the hammer drill, was definitely way in the lead, but it actually bogged out and couldn't do no more until it split. While this one had more power and it just split this all down the middle. So as you can see, when it comes to fasteners, if you had a bigger, longer board, it wouldn't split like that, but I just have a little 4x4 here. As you can see, this is what you want to do to put heavy duty fasteners in a dense or hardwood or anchors that thread into sheetrock or whatever. This is just for rotation, small screws, mainly drilling is what this is for. That's its main purpose. And then this is just a drill driver with the extra hammer mode feature on it. And that's for drilling into concrete. And like I said, I have another video on that, and I will leave the link in the description box below. So that's the difference in the three. So that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you better understand the difference in the 3 drills now. They all put a fastener in this board. This is just pine, 4x4, pressure treated. They all did it, but they all did it in their own way. But the impact driver just kept going, and it will just keep going until the wood splits or breaks or whatever, and keep digging it through. It by far has the best force to keep sinking in a heavy duty bolt or screw. The drill driver, the regular one, until I put it on a higher torque, it just stopped. It couldn't do anymore. Then I put it on a higher torque, and then it went a little deeper, but still stopped. The hammer drill, it will keep going as well, but that's not its main use, and you're putting a lot of extra strain on the bolt. They're not made to handle, like they will handle, but screws and fasteners are made to handle the twisting force on them, not the straight up and down force. So you're putting extra wear and tear on the bolt itself, but I've never broken one, obviously, but that's the first time I've ever used a hammer drill to put in a screw. It's not designed for that, but I just want to demonstrate how it works differently. So, quick recap. The regular drill driver is just for rotation, drilling holes. That's its main purpose. Small screws if you want. The impact driver for putting in heavy duty bolts, screws, lags, all that into harder, denser wood. This is the one you want to go with. And then hammer drill is just a drill driver with that one extra feature to drill through concrete. That's the difference in the three. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed the demonstrations. And yeah, if you have any ideas for another video, let me know and I'll do my best to make it for you. I appreciate you watching. Have a good one.